Hey everyone. So a couple months ago, I started doing this, working this muscle that over the years, even though I've lifted weights since I was a teenager, I never really liked doing the brachialis for some reason. I just thought it was a goofy thing, and I didn't really study like why I might want to exercise it. And just like I said, over a couple months ago, I checked into it a bit. I think it was on YouTube. I heard one guy talking about how it thickens out your bicep a bit without actually having to work your bicep, right? Because you're working the brachialis and it ties in under there. And I thought, well, that's genius. So I can do that and add to my arm girth without working my biceps. Of course, I work my biceps separately, but you know. So I started doing them. And even though I'm not trying to build up size, I'm noticing uh, like when I work, I can feel the blood in there. Not as much in the upper part, but more like in the elbow area, inner elbow and lower in the forearm. And it's an excellent muscle to train. And I'm going to tell you why. And I just found this out too, even more interesting. The brachialis generates about 50% more power than the biceps. Now, what does that mean? I don't know. It's stronger. It helps for overall elbow health somehow, or just for lifting and moving. Regardless, if you're adding more strength to your arm, uh, helping your bicep out, that's awesome. And it's the primary muscle responsible for elbow flexion. Okay, I didn't know that. So now I do, 60 years old, whatever. Um, so let's see. Yeah, target, blah blah. So yeah, I'm gonna put that down. Those are just a couple little notes there, but I've been doing hammer curls. Now I started out doing hammer curls like this, just straight, palms facing each other, just kind of like instead of the dumbbell curl like this, turn palms like this, and that's what I was doing. But then I was reading, and it said that if you cross the weight in front of your body doing that same movement, you're going to stress the brachialis a little bit more. So I'm going to grab my wife's weights, so don't judge. Now, what I've been doing is I've been just kind of leaning forward slightly. So instead of this, kind of go like this, just ever so slightly. And all I've been doing, I'll still do these ones. And as you can see, let me just do one at a time. You could probably see, or maybe they're too small, I don't know. But you can see where it's straining here. And then it goes right up into the arm, under the bicep. Now, what I've been doing, so the first about month, I was doing them just straight like this. And then when I found out about crossing over in front of the body, I started doing like this. But I still kind of lean over a little bit. I'm going like this. Now, I keep going. I do high reps. I do about 3 sets. And the weight will be, I'll start out at 15. These are only 10. But I'll start out at 15, go 20. And then if I'm feeling really strong, I have the energy, I'll go 25. But if not, I just leave it at the 20. But I do 3 sets. And that's all you do. And that's going to strengthen your brachialis that ties into under the bicep, into the forearm, helps the elbow, and it's going to thicken up your arm and the top of your forearm. It's going to give you more girth naturally just from training that. Now, I don't do brachialis on bicep day. I do brachialis on forearm day. I just figure that by the time I'm done my biceps, I do bis and tris together and shoulders. And by the time I'm done my arms, I don't want to do just a few more sets of that. So I like to do it with forearms. I seem to get better blood flow in there when I'm doing my other forearm exercises. So that's it. If you're not doing your brachialis, man, you got to get on it. Although, I'm jumping all over a bit. So we have the hammer curl, right? Palms facing forward. Keep the upper arm stationary. Lean forward slightly, right? Now there's something called the Zottman curl. I don't do this currently. I did it a little bit when I was in my 20s, but then, like I said, I never really did a lot of brachialis exercises. So what you do is you bring it up, starting kind of like a hammer curl, but you curl it, right? And then at the top, you turn, it's my understanding, and then you control it down. And that's it, hammer, regular, and then turn it down, palms down, pronate. I know I'll be corrected. I have someone in my last couple of videos correcting me on telling me I should be using supination and pronation. Up, down, it's all the same. Big words. Bleh. So anyways, that's it. So that's a Zottman curl. Or you could just do, like a reverse curl, I think. But I don't think that really hits the brachialis as much as you might want to. And actually, for me, it kind of bothers my elbow, especially on my right arm where I have trouble already. So that's it, brachialis. If you're not doing it, you should be.